Hey team, this is Evolve Strong with CJ, and this is CJ. I help you lose 10 pounds and 5 inches in 28 days. Do a lot more than that. Hey, today, just first off, thank you to Robin. Appreciate the cool plant that you gave, and thank you for the very kind note. The gesture is amazing, and thank you. Also, thank you, Christy, for the tomatoes. I've been receiving a lot of gifts, man. It was awesome. Today, let's talk about old wounds, and let's talk about healing. And let's also talk about the reality that sometimes in order to clean a wound and to heal it properly, you have to open it up and gut it out and get out all the pus and the gross stuff and then move it forward. Now, obviously, I'm talking in reality as well as, as an analogy to just things in life in general. And what I have found in my personal life is I've tried my best to keep my personal side and my business side apart. But the problem lies is that it's still one life. And when you don't take care of it, when you don't take care of things that are important, and you keep just trying to sweep things under the rug or give the benefit of the doubt, those problems begin to multiply. And I like using analogies a lot. Every time you sweep dirt underneath the rug without lifting the rug up, it accumulates, right? It's just going to stay there. And it'll eventually start getting, dirtier and dirtier and dirtier until you're going to have to lift that rug up and sweep it out. And lately, what I have found is my own health, if I don't care for problems at the root cause in business, at my home, or anything, it begins to manifest. And I said manifest, oh my gosh, manifest inside my own health and my well-being. And it's almost a slippery slope because it also ends up hurting relationships that are very important. And it's rather interesting about how that happens. And this weekend, it almost came to, the forefront. It did, where I had been sweeping certain things underneath the rug. And I know that I've been avoiding certain conflicts that were important. And it came to a head. And I was wondering what the hell was going on internally and why I was feeling the way I was. I don't need to go into great detail, but I think this is a great lesson for a lot of individuals who, including myself, if you continue to sweep things under the rug without caring for the root cause of the problem, the infection begins to spread and cause a lot of harm in a lot of areas. And I've said this quite a bit, and I believe very firmly that overeating, alcohol, drugs are coping mechanisms for things much greater. And if you don't handle the issues that are coming forth in your life in the correct manner, with the forefront, and unfortunately in life, conflict is good. Getting to the root cause of the problem and expressing your feelings or placing boundaries are critical for your success. Prime example, if you have an unsupportive relationship that the individual continues to bring home pizza when you're on a diet, and you know that you can't have that pizza, but yet they keep bringing it. Or there are certain things that are being said in a relationship that affect you internally or affect those around you internally, and you do not allow that. You don't put a stop to it, but yet you reach for the alcohol, you reach for avoidance. You don't even talk about it. And so with that avoidance, though, it continues to eat at you. So then you turn to food, you turn to drugs, or you turn to alcohol. Or there are stresses at work that you are not handling, that you are avoiding, Then you get home and you're so stressed out that you have to have alcohol every night. I get it. I get it. I have 50 individuals that depend on me, literally here at the club. I have an entire family that depends on me. My fitness programming touches tens of thousands of people a day. Personally, I am responsible for no less than 500 individuals at any one point in time in regards to the well-being that they depend on me. Sorry about that. So I get it. I understand the stresses. Now, nowhere near like other individuals. This is not life or death. Sometimes it can be pretty incredible, especially when we're on the sidelines of, the professional football players. And, I've reported to C-spine injuries on the field, and, they're depending on me to make the correct actions along with, Nancy. So yes, I've been there. So, but, where I'm getting at is the nagging problems. And sometimes you have to just outright just open up the wound. You have to open it up, just get a freaking scapula, open that thing up, bleed it. It's going to be painful. It's going to hurt like a bitch, but you got to get that infection out. And then you got to solderize it. You got to close it up for good. And I'm in the midst of that this week. I'm in the midst of that this week. I try not to allow it to show in my job or in my work, but I've had to make some tough choices this week, and I've had to put my foot down, and I've had to set some boundaries, and I just had to do it. And that's a reminder that no matter how good things get, you still have to stand up for that which you believe. You have to put the healthy boundaries down. You have to express your feelings. And there has to be consequences to actions, period, no matter what. And we all have choices. We have choices to do that which is hard so that life is easy, but do that which is easy, which eventually life becomes hard. I like that saying. That was very philosophical today, wasn't it? So what things right now, what issues are in your life that you continue to sweep underneath the rug, that that is making life more and more difficult? Or what are the difficult decisions that you have to make and face and have that positive conflict in order to assert that which you need in order to make life easier down the road? I think it's critical. And for the most of us, it again manifests in overeating, alcohol, all that crazy stuff. We could work out until the end of the day. I mean, we could work out every single day, but if we're not handling the stresses in our life in a positive manner, meaning sometimes having to take the scapula, cutting it open, pussing it out, getting all this shit out so that you can move forward, what are you doing? Because I know it manifests in drugs, alcohol, overeating, avoidance. I know it does. A sex addict, pornography, cigarettes, pot. I know it does. I see it every day. I experience it. And I'm an enabler. I allow it to happen in my own household. And it's tough. It sucks. It sucks. Putting up boundaries is one of the toughest decisions you have to make, but you have to do it. And I get it. So that's my lesson today. And again, I can help you lose all the weight you want. I can give you tactics. But if you don't take care of the root cause of the problems that are causing you to have these unhealthy lifestyles, it's going to be a yo-yo. It will. And that's my lesson today. So reach out. I'm a human too. I'm just sharing my human experience with you guys. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience. Life is amazing. If you didn't have the hard times, you can never compare the good times, right? But all we have to do is just keep going. What are we going to do? Give up? Fuck that. Just keep going, right, team? Hey, from my heart to yours, remember, start strong, stay strong, always be evolving at most strong. Congratulations, Michelle. Hey, and thanks for bringing that in, Philip. That was awesome. Congratulations. Michelle just got elected to a board that's an invite only to this international legal litigators association. She is now a board member. She's my attorney, by the way, so don't fuck with us. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you, Michelle. I love you, Martha. I love all the attorneys here, Miss Alicia. I love Janet. Oh, you guys are just amazing. Anyways, from my heart to yours, start strong, stay strong, always be evolved strong. Bye, guys.